Hello, welcome back everyone with our next lesson with A Course in Miracles and myself, Janet Melody. Today's lesson is 194. So I'm going to start reading through the text in this lovely workbook, and I have placed a link under this video for you to read it in your own time. So let's get started. I place the future in the hands of God. Today's idea takes another step towards quick salvation, and a giant stride it is indeed. So great the distance is that it encompasses, it sets you down just short of heaven, with the goal in sight and obstacles behind. Your foot has reached the lawns that welcome you to heaven's gate, the quiet place of peace where you await with certainty the final step of God. How far are we progressing now from earth? How close are we approaching to our goal? How short the journey still to be pursued. Accept today's idea and you have passed all anxiety, all pits of hell, all blackness of depression, thoughts of sin, and devastation brought about by guilt. Accept today's idea and you have released the world from all imprisonment by loosening the heavy chains that lock the door to freedom on it. You are saved, and your salvation thus becomes the gift you give the world because you have received. In no one instant is depression felt, or pain experienced, or loss perceived. In no one instant sorrow can be set upon a throne and worshipped faithfully. In no one instant can one even die, and so each instant given unto God in passing, with the next one given him already, is a time of your release from sadness, pain, and even death itself. So this is what we're being asked to do, to give up our whole future thoughts to God. Know that it lies in God, whatever's going to happen, and as we do that in this instant, we're going to be released from the pain, the sadness, the depression, all of these things that really go ruminating in our minds as we project into the future. We want to be in a place where we're getting closer and closer to this light, heaven, as they call it in the Course. We're getting closer each time we take these big lessons. These last few lessons have been really big strides towards. The first, yesterday's was about forgiving. That was our purpose, to forgive, the function here. And today we are giving up our thoughts to the future, to God. That's how is that going to release in your life if you think that, that everything is going to work out. No matter what I'm thinking in the future, just get rid of that. It's all going to work out because something more powerful than me is pushing my life into the flow of where it's meant to go. And when I live in the instant, in the moment with that energy, there is nothing to fear, have pain, sadness, depression about. It's gone. So use this as a regular mind training, to get you out of future. When you hear yourself going into projecting into whatever it is, oh, what about this? What if I can't? Let go. Let go and give it up to source, to love, to the light, which is going to guide you, because that's what you are. Remember this always. You are the light. You are love, energy. That is the truth of you. So that energy is to go into beautiful places. And when you can let go of the mind and its illusions, you will naturally gravitate towards those places. God holds your future as he holds your past and present. They are one to him, and so they should be one to you. Yet in this world, the temporal progression still seems real, and so you are not asked to understand the lack of sequence really found in time. You are but asked to let the future go and place it in God's hands, and you will see by your experience that you have laid the past and present in his hands as well, because the past will punish you no more, and future dread will now be meaningless, which is what we want. Future dread, that's the thing, this future dread, because you can't figure out what's coming, and what is coming is oneness. That's why we're on this course. We're coming into our wholeness, and it's a beautiful place, and you can have it in this instant. Once you drop all of the fantasies, the ego mind is playing with you. Release the future, for the past is gone, and what is present, freed from its bequest of grief and misery, of pain and loss, becomes the instant in which time escapes the bondage of illusions, where it runs its pitiless, inevitable course. Then is each instant which was slave to time transformed into a holy instant, when the light that was kept hidden in God's Son is freed to bless the world. Now is he free, and all his glory shines upon a world made free with him to share his holiness. So as always, once we are free, the world is free, and everybody around us, because we are not holding them through our illusions. We are seeing the light in them. We've let go of past, we've let go of the future, and the present is just in a moment with God. If you can see the lesson for today as the deliverance it really is, you will not hesitate to give as much consistent effort as you can to make it be a part of you. As it becomes a thought that rules your mind, a habit in your problem-solving repertoire, a way of quick reaction to temptation, you extend your learning to the world, and as you learn to see salvation in all things, so will the world perceive that it is saved. What worry can beset the one who gives his future to the loving hands of God? What can he suffer? What can cause him pain or bring experience of loss to him? What can he fear? And what can he regard except with love? For he who has escaped all fear of future pain has found his way to present peace and certainty of care the world can never threaten. He is sure that his perception may be faulty, but will never lack correction. He is free to choose again when he has been deceived, to change his mind when he has made mistakes, which we always do. We have that moment, when we bring awareness to what we're doing. The mind has gone again into its wherever. Pull it back, bring it to the truth, and the light will then shine. I know it sounds all easy. It's a practice. That's what it is. It's a practice. We've just got to get used to putting into our minds, I'm off into the future again. I place the future in the hands of God. I place the hands of my future. I place the future in the hands of God. Getting that a bit back to front. So that's what we want to do. We're placing our future in source energy, because it is going to do what it needs to do to bring about our life in a beautiful way. Yeah, that all sounds rosy and great, doesn't it? But that is what is coming when you let go, because look, how has it been working? Can you remember all of the times when you worried about things and now you're here? It's like, did you really need to worry about those things? Did you really need to do it? Or did you suffer through that time worrying about something that you thought was going to come that never materialized? And then the mind can create things, and you can bring things into your life if you so believe them that way. The mind is that powerful. That is why we've got to get to a place of putting in better information in there, better things that are going to transform it. When it's just left to go wild into its separated self, got to keep pulling it back into the correct mind, the correct energy, the source energy, and then you're going to feel lighter, happier, more peaceful, and things will start to flow in your life. It's all about choosing better thoughts in your mind, keeping the mind in a positive mindset, because it's so easy to start running with a negative thought, letting it run wild, then it will find another one next to it, and the next, and then before you know it, you can be really wound down to this low place and you feel low. And it's that lowness that you've just let your thoughts become real for you. Become real, and they're not. They're just thoughts. So become present of letting them go, letting every thought go. All these things that we think in the mind are important to really grasp and get hold of and bring into a much more balance and pushing it towards truth. That's what we're doing with these lessons. Constantly moving it towards, in a gentle way. We don't need to punish ourselves, because that's another thing that can go off in the mind. Oh, you're not doing it right. You should sit. Oh, sit now and do this now. It's like, no, don't Don't do that to yourself. Just be aware, like a loving parent to a child, of the mind. Your mind is this little child that's just lost its way, and you're being aware of it. Oh, look, you're thinking those thoughts. That's not true. Don't follow that. I put my future in the hands of God. And then let your mind just go to an ease, to a peaceful place, and to a more relaxed state of mind. So place then your future in the hands of God, for thus you call the memory of God to come again, replacing all your thoughts of sin and evil with the truth of love. Think you the world could fail to gain thereby, and every living creature not respond with healed perception? Who entrusts himself to God has also placed the world within the hands to which he has himself appealed for comfort and security. He lays aside the sick illusions of the world along with his, and offers peace to both. Now are we saved indeed, for in God's hands we rest untroubled, sure that only good can come to us. If we forget, we will be gently reassured. If we accept an unforgiving thought, it will be soon replaced by love's reflection. And if we are tempted to attack, we will appeal to him who guards our rest to make the choice for us that leaves temptation far behind. No longer is the world our enemy, for we have chosen that we be its friend. So that is our lovely, lovely lesson today, to allow our future to be in the hands of God, in source energy, in this wonderful place where we know we are taken care of because we are all one. You're not on your own in this journey into the future. You are always protected and cared for and comforted, when you need to. It's just, you've forgotten, that's all it is. Your mind has gone into sort of a little playground, and it's playing with fearful things or whatever it is, and it's getting lost in this little world, and you've got to bring it back and think, don't worry. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to flow. You are eternal. You are love. You've just forgotten. You've got lost in your little playground. You need to come back to the truth and just realize who you really are. That you are such an important part of this world. You are absolutely, adored by this source energy, and it just wants you to come home. That's as simple as it is. Wants you to let go of the future thoughts, which will then eradicate past thoughts, and just put you in this beautiful place of light. And that is what I hope we can all find within us today. And then the more we find it, the more we can stay with it. It's like you'll get snippets of it throughout the day. Give yourself some time in the morning, some time in the evening to really just let go of those future thoughts. And if you've had like an hour that's passed and you've gone into the future worrying, the next hour remind yourself, I'm going to let go this hour, or this half an hour, however long or short you can do it. But the more you bring this awareness into your life, the more you release your future thinking, the more peace you will find inside. It's all down to us. We're here to do our part so that we can then be the light in this world. So enjoy your practice and have a beautiful day.